because nobody knows that I'm streaming right now, as I have not posted to Twitter or anything else. So, at some point, you guys might come into channel. What I should have done was told Johnny and Hero that I was going to come on. Actually, you know what? As I've got the camera pointed at me, it is not pointed forward. I'm going to take a second here, and we're going to go over and bother Hero and Johnny, and let them know that I'm here. Gentlemen, just to let you know, I am currently streaming my cooking if you wish to come in and join.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Muting again. So there we go. At least we'll have somebody in the audience. That way I won't feel like a complete noob. Also, well, here, I'll wait until they get into the audience to let them know, or let you guys know what's going on. See, there, I see a one. Okay. Welcome, everybody, to today's streaming. We are going to be doing, actually, we're going to be just throwing some random stuff together, to be honest, and then we'll see how it all goes and how it goes together and whether people eat it or not. We are going to have a special guest, however, for those of you who are just tuning in, to let you know. We have a special guest. Come over here. So,
I'm fine with being on camera.
You're fine with being on camera?
Yeah.
So, this is going to be my cameraman today. Shovel Knight number 2. Are you number 2?
Yes.
Shovel Knight A. We got Shovel Knight 1 and Shovel Knight A. This is Shovel Knight A. Or we could go with Shovel Knight A and H. Anyways, doesn't really matter. The Shovel Knight's going to be the cameraman today, giving the maiden the opportunity to continue working because she's doing some beautiful painting on a mask right now and doesn't want to come over and do this, which is no problem because it's not going to be a very long stream. Anyways, because we're only doing just a short little cooking stream. So, like I said, let's switch ourselves over. That button right up there. If I can click the button. Haha! So, I've already started cooking. Right now, all we've got is pork and a little bit of oil. That's all that's in there. So, you have the camera, you pointed at that, and you're also going to have to point it at me. Okay?
Right now?
Preferably.
Okay. Where?
Take it easy on him. He's a new cameraman. We're going to be easy on him as best we can. A couple of things that we need. We need soy sauce and Lee and Parents. Lee and Parents. Yeah. Otherwise known as Worcester sauce. Anyone who calls it differently, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
It's an ongoing battle between the maiden and I.
See? You're wrong.
A little bit of Worcester sauce. Not a lot. Make sure you're getting that on camera. Good. A little bit of soy sauce. And we continue the cooking. Stir it up a little bit. Make sure that we break these up. We don't want them to be too packed. There you go. A couple of them didn't get broken up as well when I cut them all up. All this is pork, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. This is just simple pork. Make sure we turn that up to 8. So we are at 3/4 temperature on the stove, just as a reference. So people can see, this is what they are. They're just pork loin centers and rib chops is what they're called. And all I do, I get them in packs of 6 because they're, for some reason, pork is really cheap. Beef is expensive as hell right now, but pork is actually quite cheap. I got nearly twice as much pork for the same price. So I take this, dice it up into a whole bunch of little chunks, and that's the basis for all of the stir fries that I've been making lately.
I believe there's
What do we
people.
got? He's alive! What sorcery is this? Hello, Cagey Moose and Rotund, rather. Good day, guys. Welcome. As we're doing a nice little cooking stream here. There we go. So that's starting to boil nicely. All the things are mixing together. All that we've got in there is a little bit of oil. I put a little bit of water in to help the steam, make it steam a little bit better this time. I think it's going to help cook it a bit better. We've got Lee and Parents in right now, and we've got soy sauce. That's all we've got so far. We are, however, nearing the first stage where we start adding additional flavors. We've got spring onion, freshly cut spring onion. We only just cut this, what, 2 days ago, I think?
Yep.
And ridiculously fresh. You can hear it.
Yeah.
So, it's still got crazy crunch. That's what we want. So, we're putting these in while it's cooking. And we're making sure that we get more of the stalk rather than the leaf part. The stalk has the most amount of flavor with the least amount of actual adding material. So we're going to get that flavor to disseminate throughout the whole thing without adding a whole bunch of bulked up, extra leaves and such. So we don't want to add material, but we want the flavor to be added. At the end, we'll add the leaf section, and that will be kind of the topping. And that's more of a material rather than flavor. At least that's so far that I've seen. I may be completely wrong. Some people have different opinions. I leave the soy sauce out because we may use the soy sauce later on if we need some additional. But we're done with the lean parents. We don't need that much of the lean parents. I don't know why, but it's always stuck in my head. Lean parents. And it's always stuck in my head that way. Your fingers in front of the camera. Oh. There we go. Yeah, so you can hold with your left arm because the camera is behind the right side, okay? The camera is literally right here. That's how you can reference it. Okay? Yes, our cameraman is a little new today, and that's perfectly fine. So, what do we got here? We got some crushed red onion, which we'll throw in a little bit of that. And I think today, should we do some crushed garlic?
Yeah.
A little bit of crushed garlic with this.
Yes, please.
Okay. I won't use any of the roasted red pepper this time, okay?
Thank you.
Last time we used roasted red pepper, it was a little too spicy for her.
There's 15 people, I believe.
There's 15 people? Holy crap! Is there any more speech that's coming on in the text section? There's a little bit more. KG Moose, your camera crew is making me dizzy. We apologize! Our camera crew is new. That means you're shaking a little bit, dude, so you gotta try not to shake if you can. But I know it's very, very difficult. There we go. So we just want to mix that up. Make sure that the onions get down inside the juices. To be honest, at this point, the pork is pretty much cooked. The farther we cook it, the more we get the juices to go into the pork itself. Right? So there's no real problem with us cooking it a little bit more. None whatsoever. So first we're going to put in a little bit of crushed red onion. Not a lot. Next, crushed garlic. We're only going to put a little bit in for now. And we'll see how it is later on. We may add some more as the time goes by. These are staples in my house. And in my, honestly, in my stir fries. They really are staples in my stir fries.
Now?
Try both hands, bud. That'll help keep it steady.
Okay.
Yeah, now is the right term. I didn't used to have all of this stuff. In fact, I was pretty much a pure Irish meat and potatoes kind of person. Although, to be fair, I still love meat pies. I make my own.
Which are delicious, by the way.
Yes. As can be seen if he pans down just a little. They are delicious. They have been tested. Even from the side. There we go. Meat pies, wonderful. Actually, you know what? I can show you my recipe for that. Without making them. Clubhouse gravy, 2 of these, and only use, so normally 2 of these would go with 2 liters of water. Instead, 2 of these to 1.5 liters of water. So you're only using 75% of the amount of water, a little bit thicker, straight into ground beef. And put that into a pie. You can add potatoes if you wish, but just make that into a meat pie. Voila.
19 people.
19! They're coming out of the woodwork! There we go. We want to mix it up again. Ooh, that garlic really hit the spot. And the red onions have already started to pick up. What do you think? How do you think of the smell?
It actually smells pretty good.
My cooking is not that bad. I know you don't like most foods, but you may be picky as hell, but for people that aren't picky, my cooking is not that bad. Considering I am picky.
23.
Yes, he is.
23! Yeah, just let me know if there's any new chat comments that come up. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Camera crew. Oh, thank you very much, Katie. What should we put in next? That is the question. It's always the question is to try and decide whether we're going to throw something else in. Woo! Hot steam right up the nostrils.
Oh God.
That hurt. That, and I almost bashed my head off the top of this. Okay, let me try that again. No, I don't think so. So I'm doing a sniff test right now. What I'm doing is I'm sniffing spices. First I sniff what I'm cooking, then I sniff the spice and see if it blends. If it smells good together, then I'll put the spice in. Turmeric is not going to go with tonight's spice.
New chat.
Maybe. New chat. Yurukagi! Hey, long time no see, bud. Hey, man, how are you, brother? Other than hungry. I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well. I'm definitely hungry, but I'm doing pretty well. I think we're going to put a little bit of cumin. Just a little bit. Just the tiniest bit of cumin in there. Just as a pickup. We don't want it to be
your face.
You see my face? We don't want it to be a primary. The cumin is just supposed to be an accent flavor. Yes. So, for those of you who are not used to playing with spices, you may not realize that cinnamon actually goes very well with pork and a stir fry. Okay, now sniff it, Austin.
Oh, it has a really strong smell.
That's okay. We'll be adding other stuff, so that'll blunt down soon. So the next thing we want to add is the mushrooms. Mushroom. In other words, mushroom, mushroom.
No!
Hee-hee. Badger, 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 badger,
No!
badger. Mushroom, mushroom. Badger, 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 badger. Mushroom, mushroom.
Terrible.
Fun guys.
Hmm.
There's a new message.
There's a new message. The new message is... miss your face. Fungus? Yes, we need fungus. Well, as with anything. Fungus. Fungus. Oh, wait, there's a C in there. It's not the knife we need. We need the green one. The green one. I must say, I am loving this knife set. I have a Starfrit knife set, and it has been absolutely amazing since the day I got it for Christmas. So, the mushrooms, because the little man here doesn't really like the mushrooms, and I'm not a big fan of mushrooms, to be honest. I'm not a fan of the texture of mushrooms. I don't mind the taste, but not the texture. So, my extra drawer is a little full at the moment. So much easier on the cartoons.
There's still some on the knife.
I know, that's fine. First batch goes in. We're going to speed this up a little bit, I think. This is what I mean about I love this knife. I am barely putting any pressure. I know my knife work is terrible. I need a bigger knife to do this, to be honest. I've got too small of a knife to do what I'm doing. Oh, the smell's already coming up nicely on that. So once again, for those of you who are just arrived, we are making a pork stir fry at the moment. Thanks to my wonderful cameraman, Shovel Knight. Okay, that's enough mushrooms for now.
Some of those goldfish in it.
Hmm?
He said put some of those goldfish in it.
Put some of those goldfish in it. We're actually going to be putting in a surprise ingredient near the end, so yeah, we actually have been boiling this a little too much. A little bit of that in. So, because we've been letting it boil for a while, we're going to throw in a little bit of water. That'll help mix it up. And once again, we can always boil the water off, so it's not too much of a problem. A little bit more liquid. That's the thing with a stir fry. It doesn't matter if you add a little bit more liquid. You can always boil it off after. Make sure that you mix it up really, really well. And with the mushrooms in there, that's going to add a whole new texture to it, whole new flavor to it. All I do is put a shot glass worth of water in. That's enough to keep it going for another 5-10 minutes easily enough. We've got more messages. What else we got? Put some of that goldfish in it. Hey, Frady Amy has joined. Madame Amy herself. Welcome, Frady Amy. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh. The maiden wishes to show off what she's been doing with her mask. This is why we have the Shovel Knight as my cameraman today instead of the maiden, because she's off doing this glorious work with her painting. Absolutely lovely. Okay, so we have 2 of our 4 ingredients already in there. Actually, 3 of our 4 ingredients, but the third one is going to get some additional. So we've got pork in there, diced up pork. We've got diced up mushrooms. Now we're going to add...
There is 3 more messages.
3 more messages! Oh my god, they're just coming in like crazy. Anbu. Anbu indeed. Yeah, no. That's the new, that's her Anbu mask. She's just working on it right now.
Oh yeah.
That's so that she can sneak up on Kakashi when he's not paying attention.
Exactly. I mean, no.
Johnny Rotten said something.
Mm-hmm. Monka S. Okay, so we are going to need a little bit more of the green onions, which we've already put in. We already put some of those in, but those ones that we put in will basically have dissolved in, and they'll be mush. You won't even notice that they're there. So that was the flavor. Now we're going to add a little bit of the crunch. We're also going to be adding, these are snow peas. So they've already been previously cut up. We do a lot of this stuff kind of when we bring the groceries home. We dice up a lot of this stuff ahead of time and throw them in these containers. Makes it easier when I go to do these stir fries, that most of my ingredients are already pre-diced.
There's 4 more messages.
Okay, just a second. What else have we got? Who let Johnny Rotten in? Yeah, tell me about it.
That one as well.
I am the pervy sage, not her. 100%. 2 names I haven't seen streaming in a while. First Johnny and now Aces. Hope you're well. Hey, Silent Sheldon. Not too bad, sir. Not too bad. Unfortunately, I'm not able to really stream off my computer right now. My streaming PC is not working properly, so that's part of the reason why there hasn't been any streams. except for food streams. We've kind of switched over to a cooking stream at this point, because that's what we've been doing, and we've been doing pretty bloody well. Those are looking fantastic. I don't know if there's enough for 2, or 3 rather. But we don't know whether the Shovel Knight's going to enjoy it, so I always want to cook things ahead of time. If he'll try it, if he likes it, great, he can have some. If he doesn't like it, then I'll quickly cook him something else. I don't mind doing that. Okay, last things we want to do.
New text.
New text. We're going to drop that down to 50% temperature. Away she goes. Yep. So you can hear how it's cooking. She's cooking up nicely. So we're going to drop it down to lower temperature. We dropped it down to 50% on the stove. We're going to get ourselves some more green onions. This time we're focusing on leaves. We're not getting the stalks. Okay? Because these ones are going in for texture. Wonderful.
Johnny Rotten said something.
Just a second. We're going to throw some of these in quickly. I think we need more water. It's boiling really, really fast. I had it turned up too high at the start. Yep. So, a little bit more water in there. I had the temperature up higher than I normally do, so it boiled off a lot of the excess water while we've been going through here. It would have made it come out faster. What do you think?
It actually smells pretty good.
This from the this from the guy that doesn't like my craft dinner. For no reason other than apparently I don't cook it the way his grandmother does. Literally, no other reason. Last of the onions in. I've already put snow peas in. Those are coming out nice. And the last thing we're going to do...
Remember?
Chicken nuggets, perhaps? No, we're not doing any chicken tendies this time. Will the Shovel Knight eat if he doesn't like this? That is the question. Yeah, he'll most probably have either some pasta or I'll make a pizza pops for him. So, this is what we're going to make as the last ingredient. Not those ones. So, I'm going to crush these up, toss them in.
Pasta.
No, it's not pasta.
No, that's what...
Oh, no, it's not pasta.
No, Johnny Rotten said that.
Oh, him. Yeah, no. He would have pasta as an alternative, definitely.
And someone else said pizza pockets?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, because those have gone in, and they're going to use up some more water,
Oh, him.
putting in another shot of water in.
Look at Johnny Rotten.
Johnny Rotten being bad. Pasta! Pizza pops! Pasta! Oh, him. Yeah. Apparently I got water all over the floor. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I've been drooling.
I can.
You can help yourself? You're not drooling? Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm not cooking well enough.
Oh, no. No! Oh! I don't know what he said, but...
It's all good. So, now we mix it up.
Oh, you! I know it.
We keep mixing it up. We want to mix those things in. We're not trying to cook them as such. We're cooking them a little bit, which is why we threw in the extra water with them. But they're going to add an extra crunch, an extra level of crunch that you wouldn't have expected. They don't add all that much flavor as such. They're more of a texture additive. But they are quite nice when they go in. Okay. And I think that is that.
There's some on the side.
Put that there. Turn off the heat.
What is ramen noodles pasta?
I don't think ramen noodles are actually pasta, to be honest. Because pasta is defined by wheat. I don't think ramen noodles are actually made that. Well, no, I guess they are. They're used. Yeah, no, they are. Okay, fair enough. Some of them are. Okay, watch your elbow.
Ace is over here playing, and I don't know what the last three words are.
Paying attention to texture. Yes, I'm paying attention to texture, or paying attention to texture. Yes, I am. Texture is a very important part of meals. The main thing is that one of the things that goes as a problem for me, if there is a texture change in my food that I'm not expecting, I actually start to feel sick to my stomach. It's one of those things that I have grown up with. Drives my parents nuts because they're trying to make stuff for me, and that, all it takes is a little texture change and the whole thing is thrown off. My dad used to make a lot of things with white onion. Watch your elbow. This is going back.
Okay.
Thank you.
There's 3 more texts.
Okay. Well, while I read the texts, you do the honors.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. At least half a spoonful. Yes, it's hot. If you don't like it, that's perfectly fine, as always. I'm just happy to have you try them. Do you think it could use anything?
It's a little spicy.
A little spicy. Okay, well, let's see. So, get ourselves a bunch of this stuff. Make sure that you've got some of the meat on it.
You check. There's a new check for you.
Mm-hmm. If anything, that's a little bland. Yeah, that is quite nice. Need some kind of carbs, perhaps rice. We're trying to cut our carbs down, Fox Loves. Or else we would put rice. That's what I used to do. According to Google, ramen noodles are definitely not pasta because they are not made of the durum wheat. They are a softer texture and a smoother feel. Well, thank you very much, Google. And thank you, Johnny, for the information. Slander, they are totally pasta just made with rice flour. Okay. I'm getting hungry now. So there, you see, we actually are getting some carbs with the ramen noodles. And those are just instant ramen noodles. That's all they are. Just crush them up and add them in for extra texture. Do you think you'd want a bowl of that? Again, no is perfectly fine.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, well, you can fake rice. Diced cauliflower. It is. I mean, hey, we've done that before. We've added in cauliflower or broccoli. Broccoli is quite often one of our additives to the stir fry. This is actually quite nice.
My legs are hurting.
Hmm?
My legs are hurting.
Go ahead and sit down. You're fine. Thank you. He still lives. I do, Buckeye. Good day, sir. So there we go. We've got our stir fry. Unfortunately, the Shovel Knight has decided that it is not to his palate, but that's perfectly fine. God, that's good.
I don't eat it all.
I guarantee nothing.
I know.
Here, Austin, you want to deliver one to your mom? Thank you. And there we go. How long has that taken us to cook? 20 minutes, tops? Now, granted, I had all of the ingredients already pre-cooked, or pre-diced rather. Saves me a lot of time. It's one of the things that we have been doing lately. All the pork was already diced up. All the green peppers and the onions and all that stuff was already diced up. If you cook diced cauliflower by itself with a little jalapeno juice, you can get really clean, really accurate rice texture flavor without the spice or carbs. Oh, cool. Well, thank you very much, Fox. I'm almost able to give the rest of that to the maiden. But there we go. So, very, very simple, very, very easy. There we go. A very easy setup for the, sorry, my brain is not working. The stir fry. I don't particularly like this wok. I don't think it cooks all that well. Not as good as my old electric one. I'm going to have to get a new one at some point. But still works out. You could do it with any kind of frying pan, anything like that. No different. All it is, diced pork. Started with diced pork. We got some Worcester sauce, some soya sauce to cook it in. And then as that went on, we added a little bit of the green onions / spring onions. Many people, they call them different things. They're the same thing. Spring onions, green onion, doesn't matter. That diced up, we want the stems in the cooking section because that's going to spread that flavor a little bit faster. So throw the stems in, get those cooked in at the start. After it's cooked a little while, soaked up, we added some extra water just to let it soak in through and everything and get it mixed up a little bit better. Get that flavor to really disseminate out through the pork. Then we threw in snow peas that have already been cut up. They could have been cut up even finer if you wanted to. If you've got people that are a little bit more picky about that type of thing, you can cut them up really fine. Also, diced mushrooms. There was a bunch of diced mushrooms that went in right around the same time. And so those get cooked in at the same time. Then once the snow peas go in, then we threw in the leaves of the green peppers. Had all those diced up. They got thrown in right at the end. That way they don't lose their crunch. They don't lose their shape and their texture. And but they still add a little bit of a flavor. And then right at the end of it, we added in some crushed up ramen noodles for additional texture. And also we added in a shot glass worth of water at the end, just to help with those noodles, break them down so they weren't as crunchy. We don't want them to be full out ramen noodle crunch. Some people don't necessarily like that. And also the flavor of uncooked pasta sometimes really bothers people. So that allows us to just disseminate that flavor a little bit, reduce it a little bit, and it also brings in more of the overall flavor into the noodles themselves. And there we go. 100% absolutely fantastic stir fry that has taken us maybe 25 minutes tops, and it's wonderful. God, that's good. Yeah, that flavor's right there. Spice wise, we added in crushed red onions. We added in crushed garlic. Apparently my camera is backwards and I didn't even know it. And the last thing that we added in a tiny bit of cumin, but only a tiny bit. That was just a kind of a booster flavor. And we added in ground cinnamon. And it's surprising how well ground cinnamon works with pork in a lot of different things. A lot more than most people would realize. For some reason, cinnamon and pork really go very, very well. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and enjoy my food. Apparently, we're going to be playing Among Us over on Joyto's channel. So those of you who subscribe to Joyto, make sure you go over and join. Or if you've heard of Joyto or follow Joyto's channel, go over there and follow her and check out what's going on over there. That's Joito. And we'll be over there playing Among Us at some point. I hope. Off stream, by the way. Oh, damn. Okay, well, sorry. I thought it was going to be on stream. Apparently it's going to be off stream. But we'll try and set something up for later on. Either way, thank you all very much for tuning in. As always, I apologize that I'm not streaming as much as I used to. For those people who realized it I have spoken with or was here earlier, my streaming PC is down at the moment. It does not work. I'm not able to kick things back and forward, and my main PC just can't handle the load anymore. So we're not able to game stream right now until I'm able to get some money together, which in this economy is a different story. But as soon as I get some money together and get myself set up, I'm going to try and go back to game streaming every once in a while. But in the meantime, we are able to do cooking streams because they're done on my phone, and I'm definitely enjoying the cooking. So either way, thank you all very much for tuning in. Have yourself an absolutely amazing evening, and we'll hope to see you again soon. Thank you, and goodbye.